Hello YouTube, it's Keith Kevin Kent. How you doing? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Time again for another knife of the day. By the way, my entire collection of knives and the reason we do the knife of the day is on a playlist. Just go check out on this channel, playlists, knife of the day playlist, and you literally can go through my collection one knife at a time. Now, I have to admit, I have not done some of my slip joints, especially my case knives. I need to do that at some point. But talking about slip joints, my brand new knife for me, hasn't been a wee knife for a long time either. It's relatively new as well. It's a wee knife company, Scamp. It's another one of their slip joint knives. Earlier, I think a couple of weeks ago, I bought one of my first wee knives was the Gentry. Actually, I think it was my third one. It was a longer one. Actually, you'll see the Gentry look something like this. Not look something like this. This is the Gentry. You'll see the Gentry at the end. When I compare this to a Spyderco UK PK, a Spyderco slip joint, and also the bigger brother slip joint from Wee Knives, the Gentry. Let me talk about this. First of all, slip joints are non-locking knives. And I know in the day where there are so many different locks. I mean, Spyderco has a whole series called the Sage series that salutes all the folding knife lock makers. Slip joints are rare. But if you notice, a lot of slip joints, a lot of companies are introducing slip joints. I'm still stunned that there is a slip joint that carries the Chris Reeve name. I wanted to get one to show you, but for some reason, the Chris Reeve slip joint costs more than a traditional Chris Reeve locking Sabinza. I don't know why. Okay, and I just haven't, whenever I think about getting the slip joint, and they're hard to find too, but whenever I think about getting the slip joint, I think of all the other Chris Reeve knives I can get instead. But one reason you see a lot of companies doing slip joints is for international sales. That's why Spyderco has the UK penknife, UK PK. And you'll see that compared to this later. That's why they have a number of slip joint knives. I'm sure that's why Chris Reeve does and others. Wee Knife has introduced 4 slip joints, really 2 slip joints, the Gentry and the Scamp. Man, so let's talk about the Scamp. One thing I love, and I'm going to say it again, I say it every time I do a Wee Knife, the fit and finish of these knives are exceptional. Just exceptional. Now, I have not picked a lot of Wee Knives, the traditional flippers that they have that are fatter and all of that, but I love their slim knives. I mean, one thing I love about this is it is so thin, it literally disappears in your pocket. None of their slip joints have a clip, a pocket clip, and honestly, a lot of traditional slip joints, as well as a lot of case knives, don't have clips as well. You know, traditionally, a lot of the slip joints, you just slip in your pocket, right? So let's talk about the Scamp. Oh, I love putting it in my hand. I love everything about this. I love how it disappears in the pocket. First, this is super thin. You'll see it when I compare it to the other knives. Super thin, just disappears in your pocket. Made of titanium, so it feels substantial in the hand. but doesn't weigh that much, but really feels substantial. And easy to grip. Yes, I'm starting with the handle, just real nice and easy to grip. Look at the detail. A lot of the knives I've been getting from We Knives have been these where the treatment of the titanium, first it's all carved out in a lot of different patterns, and then they anodize it bronze and black. It's like it's antique, isn't it? Look at it. It seems like something that's, when my grandsons, I have 5 grandsons, my youngest is 3. When he gets this, it's going to feel like it's been in the family forever if I still have it and pass it down. Just wonderful. The fit and finish is unbelievable. I love all the screws. Flush. Feels great. 3D. This is where the lanyard goes. Nice lanyard, because again, it doesn't have a clip. If you want to pull it out of your pocket easier, find it in the pocket easier. Real nice lanyard situation in the handle. It is so well put together. The spring flush. You do see, sometimes you'll see with a slip joint with the back spring, you'll see it disappears. I bought a custom slip joint that I'll show you when it arrives. I'm so excited. So happy I got it. But you'll see there where I show it to you and you won't even know there's a spring. Here you do, and I like that. Because remember, it's like it's antique. It's just another part. But you notice it's darker. Just plays with all that dark and lightness. I know it sounds like I'm going crazy on this handle, and it's because I am. That's one of the things I like about this We Knife slip joint. I love case knives. I like my Spyderco knives, but it just doesn't feel like the fit and finish. The fit and finish is great, by the way, on those knives. But the time spent to make this feel like antique-y, I like. Now the blade, it's 3 inches, real nice size, of course. The cutting edge is 2.6 inches. It's S35 VN steel. It's a drop point blade. Just a great everyday knife. And yes, just like I've said before, the blade is super, super clean. Probably can't even, let's see, where do they have it? Oh, there it is. See, I couldn't even find it. I'm looking close. You won't be able to pick it up, but down there, real light, it says S35 VN steel. This is Crucible's S35 VN steel. So you have great steel, and look at that blade. Even the printing of the blade steel is super light. They just want you to know it's there. But it doesn't dominate. I didn't know how much I love a virgin print steel, you know, non-print steel blade. I love that. It has a half stop. The spring is nice, what they call walk and talk. The open and close of it is super strong. The spring is great. It has a half stop. Put it half down, it stops. That's a safety thing. That says, get your fingers out of the way because I'm coming down and I will chop them off. The nail neck instead goes all the way through, but it is a nail neck. It is a two-handed opener, so that tells you right now, great for international. A lot of people, especially in the UK, two-hand opener, non-locking knife, 3 inches or below, and what you have is a We Knife Scamp. Of course, there's the We Knife logo. on that side of the pivot. Just the hardware. It looks kind of distressed, but it's brand new. And what a wonderful knife. Look how skinny. It just folds in. This, to me, it's not your daddy's penknife. But it is now. Let me tell my kids, this is now your daddy's penknife. This is one of those things where I envision, and I'm not a big lanyard guy at all, but man, I envision a lanyard with a wonderful antiqued bead on it that just would set this thing off. I'm real happy with my purchases with We Knife. Now, I have chosen the knives that fit me. I'm sure there's a lot of them, and they favor big knives. 4-inch blades are like the standard there. So a little knife with a 3-inch blade, that is not their norm. So the knife I showed you with the Isham yesterday and this, that is not usually their norm. They usually have big knives. But oh, this is the slip joint. It's the knife of the day. Brand new for me from We Knife. Hasn't been a We Knife for a long time either. It's the We Knife slip joint. It's called the Scamp. And I really adore that knife. That is a knife that could stay in my pocket. I haven't tried my keychain using that lanyard, but oh, it's nice. Here's what I talked about. This is the Gentry, where the blade is, as you can see, closer to 4 inches than 3. I think it's like a 3.6 inch. And again, both thin. These are the two slip joints from We Knife Company, and I think they just released them this year. And here's one of Spyderco's slip joints. I really like the UK PK, the UK penknife, but you can see the thickness of that. By the way, with FRN scales and a clip, I really like this knife. I do know some people who have taken off the clip to just throw it in the pocket because it wears real nice. Oh man, I'm sorry. I know some people hate when I do that. Some people love it. I'm just talking about my knives, and sometimes I do get into a lovingly embrace of the knife, and I know other people are very technical. I'm just not. I really like this knife, and it's new to me, and I like it. So 3-inch blade, 2.6 inches. When you take off, see the forward right there, there's a little where you can grip up on it. S35 VN steel, 6.9 inches total. So it's not a little knife, but super thin. The nail neck, of course, see-through nail neck. It's still a 2-hand opener. And only 1.8 ounces in weight. Only 1.8 ounces. No clip. Real nice lanyard. Oh, I'll have no problem with my keychain. Too big for a keychain knife, but I like this knife. There you have it. We Knife Company's Scamp. It's another slip joint to my collection. And that's the knife of the day. Tomorrow, new knives. I don't know. I might get some knives tonight. I'm feeling it. I might get that Spyderco that mysteriously wasn't included in the collector's club. I don't know why, but is a perfect piece to a mini Spyderco collection that I have. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on your notifications. Once you hit the subscription, it takes seconds. Then there's a bell. Hit the bell so I don't become lost forever. That's the way Spyderco, YouTube will let you know when a new video is there. And it's very important when I do thin my collection, because I only sell to my YouTube community. Have a perfect day. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.